Hello and welcome back to the F1 Ultimate Career, where we're taking ourselves from zero to hero, and today we have the German Grand Prix of 2011 here in the Nurburgring. Only the first out of 2 times that we'll be visiting this track throughout this career. Sadly, I love this track, obviously home to the legendary Nordschleife. It would be pretty sick if we could drive there in Formula 1 these days. Maybe a little bit dangerous, but who cares? Alright, today we have the German Grand Prix. Last time out in Silverstone we had a really good race, didn't we? From 18th to 6th place in the end. Obviously the strategy was impeccable. The AI strategy was very questionable, but we saw we were kind of lacking in pace in the dry, so a little bit worrying heading into this race. We'll see where our pace is in qualifying just in a second, but yeah, hopefully we have a bit more raw pace today, and we'll see what happens. And the rumour mill is starting to turn, but we'll talk about that a bit later on. Oh, why are you racing me, Senna? Let me go. You're on your in-lap. Oh god, stuttering. It's all coming apart. It's all falling apart on our fast lap here in Q1. I've gone out on a set of prime because I should be able to make it through on prime tyres in most qualifying sessions. Q1s now, I should say, not there. Try and prime tyres in Q3. Let's see how that goes for us. Yeah, we're setting purple lap times still. Maldonado setting the pace at the moment. There's a Virgin off the track there without a front wingers. Oh god, the yellow Kamui going very slowly. Not sure what happened there. Maybe the Virgin trying to get out of the way of one of these cars ahead of me. I know Kamui is on his fast lap here, but has that put us off at all? No, it hasn't. We're still 3/10 up on Pastor Maldonado as we go into provisional pole here in Q1. And yeah, I think that really affected Kamui. He's only in 13th, as you can see, just ahead of us. Yep, let's go to mix 1. Let's bring it in and get out of this danger zone. It's very busy here in Nürburgring. Sweet. Alright, 15th place. That prime run was enough to get through to Q2, so that's all we needed at this moment in time, just to get through, of course. Alright, let's see who's setting the pace. It's Lewis Hamilton ahead of Fernando Alonso. It's quite important for Hamilton to try and turn the tide here at the Nürburgring before Alonso gets way too far ahead of him. Michael Schumacher doing well, up in P3, decent for him. But as we go down, Kamui is 23rd place. What is going on with him this season? He was insane last season, and this season he's completely fallen off a cliff. It's really sad to see what's going on with him at the moment. I just don't know. There's no explanation really. Seeing that I'm doing so well in the other Saab and he's doing so poorly, just not sure what's going on really. So yeah, very disappointing for him. And D'Ambrosio was that Virgin who got shunted off on the back straight, and I think he retired after that, so he couldn't continue with qualifying, so he's at the back with Kamui. Yeah, what a disappointment. But let's go to Q2. Alright, come on Shumi, either get out of the way or get on with it. With 3/10 down on him, he's the barrier. This guy in front of me, he's the barrier to Q2 at the moment. We need to get past him. I don't know what he's doing. He's going very slow at the moment. Let's get through the chicane nice and tidily. It's very bumpy there. I'm not sure how bumpy it is there in real life, but yeah, very bumpy in this game. Alright, one last corner to navigate. Let's see if we've lost any time.
The last lap time moved you up to 14th on the grid.
It's only good enough for 14th place. Michael Schumacher is 4/10 ahead of us, so we've got one more chance here to try and get ourselves into that top 10 shootout. Rosberg struggling though in P15. Michael Schumacher's teammate, of course. The 2 German drivers at their home race, and yeah, they'll be really disappointed if at least one of them goes out here in Q2. But still, probably got time for one more lap if they're still going.
20 seconds left in the session.
But let's not worry about them. We need to worry about getting ourselves in as well. With that first sector, we are so fast, but it's this second sector and final sector where we're losing loads of time, and it's probably there, isn't it, if we're running that wide at the hairpin. Alright, up the hill now. It is flat, but you want to take the DRS off, otherwise you're going to slam into the wall like Lewis Hamilton did here in 2008, I believe it was. It was either 2007 or 2008, one of those years. Let's see how we're doing as we cross the second split with 3/10 up on Schumacher. Not going purple anymore, but it doesn't matter. We just need to get into this Q3 session. One more chicane to go. Oh, we've completely fluffed that up. Completely fluffed that up. It's still valid, so we might as well finish, but I think that's going to be us out of Q2 now, out of qualifying, up to the line. Yep, we've lost it. 14th place, that is really poor. So 2 poor qualifying performances back to back. Yeah, not sure what's happened to us in qualifying. I mean, I did have pace, but yeah, huge mistake into the chicane, and that is going to see us out of qualifying. Also joining us out of qualifying, the 2 Toro Rossos down in 16th and 17th. Nico Rosberg behind me at his home Grand Prix. I think he's the worst performing German out of the field. Sorry, that's a tongue twister, isn't it? So yeah, he's going to be very disappointed with that behind the likes of Suttil and Hulkenberg, who just miss out to their other compatriot Michael Schumacher in the top 10. Maldonado though making it through, Petrov up there in P4, but it's actually Felipe Massa setting the pace. That's a nice surprise ahead of Sebastian Vettel and Alonso. So let's see if he can bring it home in Q3. We will only find out once we get to the race day. I'll see you guys there. Alright, here we go. The German Grand Prix here at the Nurburgring. The halfway point of the season. We line up in 14th place. Pretty disappointing from us. So a lot of work to do again in this race. Let's see if our strategy is any good this weekend. Again, another 3-stopper starting on options as we didn't make it through to Q3. So going to primes, then primes again, and then finishing on options. So the tyre wear looking pretty drastic here today. But let's see who's on pole position. You could have guessed it. It's Fernando Alonso. First place again. Ridiculous. As Mark Webber and Sebastian Vettel in the Red Bulls right behind. Felipe Massa 4th. Hamilton, Button making McLaren row 3. Michael Schumacher up there in P7. Well done to him. Kubica, Petrov and Maldonado rounding out the top 10. Alright. So nothing else really to say. No chance of rain today, so we don't have that to elevate us up through the field. So I'm going to have to rely on the old classic pace. But yeah, not sure if we have that this weekend. Alright, we're going to have to find out though. Let's head to the grid for the German Grand Prix. It's very sad seeing Kamui all the way down there, 23rd. Let's see if he can get himself through the field into the midfield. Alright, 30 laps and we're off. Here we go. Let's have a good start here, good clean start. Realistic damage already taking one victim in D'Ambrosio in qualifying as we barrel down to T1 down the hill. It's going to be very tetchy through here. Oh god, so much understeer, and as always losing a part of our front wing on the back of Alguersuari, but yeah, we've lost the place obviously to Alguersuari there, down to 15th. Lewis Hamilton, a horrible start for him. He's in 12th place, and Trulli down the inside of Rosberg at the end of the arena section. Great move from him, but I assume he won't be ahead of Rosberg for too long. Alright, it's a clean start. Oh, it isn't, is it? We hit Alguersuari, so it's not a clean start for everyone else, but not for us as usual. So we'll have to change our front wing in the first pit stop. Surely on the inside of us, we got no downforce heading around the hairpin. We're going to really struggle in this sector now, especially these corners here. That far chicane, we will not have the downforce to perform very well through there, but we're just settling into this race now. Let's see where our pace is and if we can make any moves, but truly looking very racy so far. Alright, lap 1 almost done. We've lost the place, lost a bit of our front wing. So, someone else has lost their front wing. It's Sutil on the back of Hamilton. And Trulli kind of cut me off there, so I couldn't get back on track. Kind of my fault, but Sutil barreling into Hamilton there, and he's lost his front wing. He's the first victim, and that is a freebie for us, but it's also 2 freebies for Jarno Trulli. Great start from the veteran Italians. Rosberg looking up the inside of us now into T1. He's still there, got to give him the room, but we got the traction on him up the hill. So, alright, we need to calm down. We've got 2 drivers who we should really be getting past quite easily, and Trulli and Al-Mashwari, but might be quite hard in this first stint now.
Tyre temperatures are looking really good. Kamui has stopped the car, his race is over.
Oh dear, Kamui's weekend goes from bad to worse, maybe actually from horrible to horrendous. He's picked up a puncture, I think it was. So a bit of contact maybe, trying to get through the pack quickly, and that has come to an end. That has brought his race to an end, and that is a huge shame for him. I did say the rumour mill was spinning. Come on Andy, let me talk. I did say the rumour mill was spinning, and Kamui,
This is exactly what we need. Push, push.
his name has come out of that rumour mill. Could he still be in that seat for next weekend? Who knows? Okay, we'll take that. Trulli very defensive into the chicane there, and we go right round the outside. So, thank you very much, Trulli. Not quite sure what he was up to there, but we'll take it. Up into P14, Al-Mashwari next, but
Getting ready to receive someone in the Lotus garage. Looks like Trulli will be stopping within the next few laps.
okay, no problem. Don't really have to worry about him now. I'm sure we'll be much faster than him. I think I saw a little bit of contact there. I think Rosberg just hit Trulli. So, yeah, I think, well, this is the first time realistic damage has really come into play since, what was it, Spain? So, it's been a long time since we've seen the realistic damage affect the race, but it is having some effect already.
Okay, you're in his dirty air. You've lost some front end grip.
Thank you very much. That's a place on Al-Mashwari carrying, get it slowed down just before our pit stop, just about getting it slowed down before we barrel off the track there. Saved up quite a lot of curves to get that move done, and thankfully we did right before our pit stop, but I presume he'll still be ahead of us once we change this front wing, as we see the likes of Hamilton up ahead getting tyres changed. I think that's Maldonado in as well. It must be Sutil ahead of us too. No, it must be Chandok. Obviously Sutil lost his front wing right at the start, didn't he? Alright, back out. Where are we going to rejoin? Looks like 16th at the moment.
Watch out as you rejoin the track.
So we haven't really lost many positions off of that. What, 13th place?
Fitted you with a new set of prime tyres. You have 2 stops remaining. 2 stops.
Oh god, don't spin out already. Jesus Christ, we need to bring these tyres in nice and easily.
We think that Sutil is due to pit soon, probably within the next couple of laps.
Yeah, we shouldn't need to worry about Sutil, as he's obviously running on an extra stop to us because he smashed into the back of Hamilton earlier. Alright, well, 16th. Assume we'll head back up to around 13th place once everyone else comes into stop. I am running in rich mix at the moment, but I will have to come off of that soon. But, yeah.
That looked heavy. Are you okay?
Right, bit of a lapse of concentration there. We'll take our free flashback. We'll just pretend like that never happened. Let's try not to do that again. In the remaining, what, 23 laps that we've got of this race. That's going to be pretty tough for someone like me.
Looks like Trulli is in the pits. Trulli has entered the pit lane this lap.
Al-Mashwari leading this race at the moment, as I think Trulli and Rosberg must have just come into pit. So up to 14th now. Al-Mashwari in the lead of this race. Incredible scenes.
Toro Rosso has put the prime tyre on Al-Mashwari's car, the prime tyre.
Alright, Al-Mashwari finally into the pits after leading that race for what, 4 or 5 laps? So pretty incredible from him. I think he's trying to stop today, as I think Sutil behind just came in for his second stop. So if Alguersuari can pull off this 2-stop, then he could be on for some pretty decent points. And luckily for him, I don't know if he clocked it on the map, he has re-emerged ahead of that group that were behind us. So that's very important for his race to try and stay ahead of those guys, have some fresh air for those new tyres that he needs to try and nurse towards the second, third of this race. But regarding us, we're still in 13th. Can't really catch up to Hamilton ahead of us. He's clearly faster than us in that McLaren. But Chandok ahead of him, he is slowly catching him up. So if these two battle, we could probably get involved with these two. I can't believe I've said that. Hamilton and Chandok fighting. Fighting. Like, on merit, on track. What a sight that is. Yeah, Hamilton finding it quite tough to make his way around the Force India. But look at that on the map. It is so bunched up between the top 10 after Alguersuari was leading the Congo up there. So I need to come off the rich mix actually. That's the fastest lap of the race. A 1:31.3. Okay. Obviously the guys up ahead struggling. I don't know. Did that just come off Hamilton's car? I don't think it did. It did look like a McLaren end plate though, so maybe Button up ahead has got some damage. Not sure. Doesn't look like anyone's going too slowly though. Right, well, obviously people who
behind has had a set of prime tyres fitted to the car. They're going for a longer stint by the looks of it.
Right, so there's a couple of people into the pits there, people who went on to options for their second stint. So they'll be on primes now to the end of the race, I presume. Primes and another set of primes. So we're up to 9th place. Got Weber behind us now, who obviously went for that strategy up ahead. So very nice, up into the points, but not a net 9th place, which is a little bit sad. But yeah, these two battling. It's getting a little bit more intense now. Hamilton really needs to get past Chandok if he wants to get his race underway.
Yeah, we should consider pitting soon.
I think Hamilton's finally got Karun Chandok up into 6th place. Very important move for the Brit there.
Slower cars ahead. I think we could consider pitting early so they don't slow you up.
Well, our pit stop's next lap, so don't get too keen, Andy. All right, just calm down. So yeah, Hulkenberg into the pits. We're up to 7th. Petrov just came into the pits last lap, hence why we were in 8th before Hulkenberg came in. So yeah, Hamilton's passed. He should get released back up towards the top 10, and then we got Karun Chandok now, who I think we are definitely much faster than. But we got our pit stop this lap, so that overtake will probably have to wait until after that. So
our data's showing that engine temperatures are looking good.
Okay, thanks Andy. So yeah, I'll probably see you guys once we come into the pits at the end of this lap. Let's see if any of these guys are ahead of pitting. Both of them are. So it's going to be a race in the pits between the three of us. Let's see who wins. All right, come on. If there's one time I need a good pit stop, it's right now. Come on, I nearly said Force India. Come on, Sauber. Let's try and have a good one. As there goes Chandok. Here we go. Can we get out ahead of either of these guys? There goes Hamilton. We're going to have to wait for Chandok, sadly. And yeah, we have lost out. But oh well, where are we going to rejoin this race? We're in 13th at the moment. Here comes Maldonado. Can we beat him out of the pits? This could be pole position. He's still there on the inside. He might be able to get the cut back. There's a bit of debris on the outside there, but I think we have got Pastor Maldonado. But there he is on the inside again. He's done the switchback on us, and that's a really nice move from the GP2 champion there to get himself back ahead of us on cold tyres. That's really important for Maldonado. Thank you, Andy. I don't think that's really my main concern at the moment. We need to get back towards Maldonado, but I think Chandok will have gotten past Maldonado on the overcut there. So the overcut very strong in this race so far. We've got Sutil behind us threatening us, but yeah, like I said earlier, he is running on an extra pit stop, so we don't really need to worry about him at this point in time. So yeah, 14th place, still a net 13th, I think. Still got one more person yet to pit, unless it's Alguersuari. So I think I saw Trulli go past us when we were in the pits, so probably wait for him to come in. We'll wait and see where Alguersuari is in this race. I think Chandok has just made a move on Hulkenberg up ahead. I was so eager about that I nearly binned it in the chicane myself. There we go. Sutil into the pits ahead of us. I think that was Trulli. Oh no, it was Senna actually coming into the pits ahead of us, and Trulli as well. So we've actually made a position in the pit stops. There's Hulkenberg. I think he's missing a little bit of his front wing, so maybe that was why how Chandok got past him. I think I just clocked Michael Schumacher in the lead of this race, so not sure what's happened to Alguersuari. He must still be going ahead of us, but yeah, up into P12 now. We've got a clear sight at the points. We've got 2 Williams ahead of us. I think we're faster than them. So let's see what we can do on these prime tyres.
Can't afford to lose too much time. Go for the overtake.
I'm going to try, Andy. Don't worry. Going to try. Right, there goes Maldonado into the pits for the final time in his race. So we've been unleashed. We've been stuck behind these 2 Williams drivers ever since we came out of the pits. They've been working really well as a team to stay ahead of me. I haven't been able to make any sort of I haven't been able to impose any sort of threat on them as they've been working so well, and I've just kind of had to sit behind them for the majority of this stint as Webber has just re-emerged ahead of Hulkenberg as he completes his strategy. So we're up in 11th at the moment. I think there have been quite a few retirements. I'm pretty sure there's been 6 retirements, 5 or 6. So that's why we're a little bit higher after our last pit stop. Someone in the top 10 must have had a crash. So yeah, that's why we find ourselves in 11th now. Just wait for Hulkenberg to make his final stop. But I feel like he's on the same strategy as us. So this could just be a straight race to the end now, but I think if Hulkenberg doesn't get DRS from Webber here, then he could be in trouble. Let's see, has he got DRS? Yes, he does. Okay.
You're faster than the car ahead in sectors 2 and 3. Don't let him hold you up any longer.
Yeah, I have been getting held up a little bit by Nico ahead of us, but that's racing. That's fine. Let's see if he comes in now. There he goes. So let's see if we can do the overcut on these 2. We've seen that it's been pretty strong so far in this race, and we're going to be on the better tyre at the end of the race. And yeah, I've saved up a lot of fuel for that stint as well. So we've got 2 more laps to navigate until our pit stop. And there's a front wing gone there. I did say thought that was McLaren, but it's Chandok. He's lost his front wing. I'm not sure how he's lost his front wing, and Webber's stuck right behind him. Oh, come on, Webber, get a move on. Go down the inside or something. Come on. What are we doing? Webber, go past. Go on. You can do it. All right. Jesus Christ. Can we go down the inside of Webber, perhaps? Nah, I don't have the confidence to do that. But Chandok has found the barrier. Well, not the barrier. He's found the back of someone else's car. So sadly for Chandok, that's his race. Well, racing the points over with. And that's really held myself and Webber up. It's a real shame. I don't think we're going to be anywhere near the Williams now. It's, yeah, brilliant. Brilliant. I could have probably been a little bit more aggressive to try and get past, but yeah, this realistic damage is clearly very brutal this weekend. Here we go. Final stop. Let's not clout the wall and actually make it through there safely. Okay, we're in P9 at the minute. Car status is saying we're going to rejoin in 9th, so that's very nice. There's Alguersuari up ahead making his final stop, so he's going to get some good points in today's race, so fair play to him. I think this is hopefully not cursing him with the commentator's hex, so let's see where he finishes in this race as Hulkenberg and Maldonado come past us. So here we go, it's going to be a straight race to the finish with these 2, and yeah, they're back in formation once again. Maldonado's still behind Hulkenberg. I think Senna went past us in the pits, so we should get up back to 11th. But yeah, it's going to be really, really tough to get past these two. Right, there goes Senna. So up into 11th. This is a true fight for points now, and I've got these two. I've got these two numpties ahead of me, so it's going to be very tough to try and challenge them. It's going to be really, really sad if I can only come away, well, if I can come away with nothing, especially with all these retirements happening around us. With Heikki Kovalainen up in P12, that would be his and Lotus's best finish. That would be their best finish of the season if he can bring that home, so fair play to him, obviously making the most of retirements around him. But yeah, we need to focus on our race. We got 5 laps, 4.5 laps to get past at least one of these guys. That's not going to help, is it? I was running so well through that chicane there as a metal setting fastest lap of the race. Well done, Andy. Master of deduction, mate. Right. I've caught right back up to them. Obviously, I'm on options and they're on primes. I'm in rich mix as well, so I'm so much faster at the moment. But if I keep on making mistakes like that, I've got no chance. Well, this is it. It's the last lap of the race. I'm still in 11th. I nearly said 18th. It's going to feel like I finish in 18th, to be honest. I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm the lowest midfield driver of the finishers, and that is not a good performance from me. These two Williams ahead of me are driven so... Oh my God! Michael Schumacher has won the German Grand Prix. I repeat, Michael Schumacher has won his home race, the German Grand Prix. What a performance! He's beaten Alonso. How has he done that? What a drive! Return of the King. I don't care about my finish now. What a sight that is. Michael Schumacher back on the top of the podium, especially at his home Grand Prix. What a headline that is. We're so close to Maldonado at the finish here, but honestly, I don't care. I'm so happy for Michael. Well done.
Nice drive, just outside the points.
Michael Schumacher is a race winner once again. Wow. Wow. I think I'm more excited for him winning than when I won in Canada. What a performance from Schumacher. Did he two-stop? He might have two-stopped, you know. He might have done the same as Jaime Alguersuari, who's up there in 7th place. Great performance from him too. Wow. Michael Schumacher is a race winner. Massive congratulations to him. Fernando Alonso, the championship leader, 3 seconds off of him in the end. Sebastian Vettel, who's been rapid this weekend, getting the fastest lap, finishing in 3rd position. Felipe Massa in 4th place. Webber, then Hamilton. Alguersuari, great drive from him. Those are his first points of the season. Robert Kubica up in 8th place. Then the two Williams ahead of me, very frustratingly. And yeah, it's 11th for us today. Yeah, not our weekend, sadly. Heikki Kovalainen, that's his and Lotus's best finish of the season, so well done to him. Jarno Trulli up there right behind him in 13th. Bruno Senna again matching his best performance, 14th place. Danny Close up there in 15th too, and Karun Chandok after losing his front wing in 16th. Sam Bird 17th, and Sutil is the first of the DNFers. Who else joined him down there? Petrov, Button, Ricardo, Rosberg, and of course my teammate down there alongside D'Ambrosio. Yeah, he's really starting to get under pressure now. Obviously, he had credit in the bank from last season. He did win a race in Malaysia, but this season he's been terrible. So that credit is slowly running out. But yeah, pretty wacky race there, no pun intended. Let's see what's happened to the championship standings after all of that. Michael Schumacher, I can't believe it. What a result. Well, we have reached the halfway point of the season, and yeah, there's one constant after that crazy race. Fernando Alonso is now 38 points ahead of Lewis Hamilton, gaining another 10 points here in Germany. And could he have one hand on that trophy again, going back to back perhaps? But it's not over. Still got 9 races to go. Let's see what Lewis can do in this second half of the season. There's a big gap down to Button, Vettel, and there's Michael Schumacher shooting up to 5th place ahead of myself, Webber and Massa. Wow, what a result. I cannot believe it. A race winner once again. What a sight. Kubica moves ahead of his teammate once again after his 8th place, and Pastor Maldonado up to 13th, Alguersuari making up 7 places up to 14th, Sandberg falling down the field now as the season progresses, and Hulkenberg also making his way up into 16th. Well, it's a better day if you're a Lotus fan after their 12th and 13th places, making their way ahead of Senna and D'Ambrosio in the standings, but still last in the Constructors, sadly, after no points. Talking about the Constructors, finally Ferrari have gone ahead of McLaren. It was a matter of time really with the form that Alonso's in. 21 points is the gap between them. Red Bull had a pretty good weekend this time round, so they're slowly getting up to those two, but still a huge margin. And Mercedes also joining the 100 club. It took them 10 races, but finally Toro Rosso are ahead of Marussia and HRT towards the back of the constructor standings. So like I said, Lotus still on no points. Well, before this race started, I did not expect that to happen. Michael Schumacher is a race winner. Once again, I'm a broken record, but I just can't believe it. No one else better could have won that race, and I'm so happy for him. And let's see what he can do for the rest of the season, and thoroughly deserving of the drive of the day. But if you guys enjoyed that as much as I did, please leave a like and subscribe if you'd like to watch the second half of this 2011 season. That's very exciting, and hopefully Hamilton can give Alonso a bit better of a fight than he's putting up at this moment in time. But I'll see you guys in Hungary next time out. Take care.